Hello and welcome to Healthy Bites. I'm Dr. Claudia Laufer. I also go by Kai. I'm a doctor of Eastern medicine. I was 12 years in practice where I was focusing mostly on psychoneuroimmunology, which means I was focusing on mental emotional health, trauma healing, and a big part of my practice was nutrition as well. I also ran a community acupuncture clinic that was serving the HIV positive community, and I was a supervisor at the university clinic where I was supervising interns that were getting ready and getting the hours so they were able to sit for the exam. I'm also an educator. I've taught all levels from kindergarten through university level. I was a TA at a Waldorf-inspired kindergarten. I taught for a decade at a university, and I also taught a lot of private classes, again, to people of all ages, starting at kindergarten all the way up to seniors. The classes were usually either around art or around health and natural healthy living in general. My biggest interest really is living in sync with nature, guided by the natural cycles rather than fighting them. So I will be the person that tells you it's a good idea to go to sleep earlier. My focus when it comes to health is the nervous system. The reason behind that is because the nervous system really is what mediates the inside and outside world. When you look at it, we're all a body that is living in a shared environment with a lot of other bodies, and how we perceive and process and experience the environments and the interactions between us and the people that are around us sharing this environment all are mediated by the nervous system. We have the five senses, which take in all the information from the outside, and then we have our emotions and feelings, which process how our body reacts to what our senses are perceiving. So I do a lot of workshops where I do somatic work to help people learn how to reprogram their nervous systems, which are pretty shot right now with the constant overstimulation that we've been dealing with for decades. I'm also very fond of nutrition and healthy eating. When you think about it, food is the basis for everything once the umbilical cord is cut. So it is really important to make sure you nourish your body right. I'm using Eastern medicine principles when it comes to nutrition rather than Western nutrition. Western nutrition focuses too much on macronutrients, like we're looking at fats and carbohydrates, and we're looking at the big vitamins and the big minerals. But there's kind of a lack of looking at each human being as an individual who has a unique constitution and has unique relationships with foods. So everything I teach about nutrition will be based on the Eastern medicine model, which looks at the energetics, the temperatures, the tastes of the foods, and the same parameters by which we classify the foods, we also classify the individual constitutions. So it's a really good way to figure out your own constitution based on how you feel, and then based on that, pick the right foods that will support your constitution rather than fight it. The segment here, Healthy Bites, is mainly there to give you tips and tools on how to balance your body and how to figure out what works for you constitutionally. So it's an attempt to give you the tools and the knowledge and little tips so you can rebalance your body again in body, mind, and soul, which is really not easy these days with all the chaos that's going around and all the contrasting and opposing information that we hear all the time. So I'm hoping that with these little tips and tools, you'll be able to take charge of your own health again. You're going to be able to understand your body and your body's language better. And I'm hoping to provide you with the tools that you will be able to deal with discomforts that come up in the body by applying some of these tools into your daily life so your body can get rebalanced again. So I hope you join me on my journey, and goodbye for now.